Yo, what is going on YouTube? So today I'm back again with another comparison video, and I haven't did one in a while. I think the last one I did was of the Spectrum versus the well, no, actually I think it was Spectrum versus Thunderbolt. I'm not really sure, but go check out my last one if you guys haven't seen it yet. But today I'm gonna be comparing two very similar blasters, which is the Nerf Rapidstrike versus the Nerf Elite Hyperfire. So which one is better? Well, we'll have to find out in this video, so let's get started. Alrighty, so we're first gonna start off with the Rapidstrike. So the Rapidstrike came out a very long time ago, which is actually in 2012. And this was a flywheel blaster that ran on 4C batteries, so which is up here. So you take a Phillips head screwdriver, kind of like this, and then you take off those 3 screws right there. You pull out the battery tray, and then you put in 4C batteries, which is, you know, it's light. I mean, it's not heavy because C batteries are like kind of like mid, and the way that the batteries are stored in this blaster is kind of like in like the mid form. So I do like that a lot. And the Rapidstrike was, you know, a full auto blaster back then, which was really good, and it is until this day. And this is the first version, and they actually have 2 versions, so the one with the orange stripe and the one with the white stripe, which is the XD version. So, and they have another version, actually, the Stratohawk, which is in the Accu series. That one's kind of rare too, and I also do have that one. So, yeah. And I just love the Rapidstrike. It's one of the classic. It basically, so it comes with an 18-round stick mag, which is the clear one, which I have right here. It's loaded up with some Elite darts right now. And this magazine port can take other mags as well, so you can maybe put like a drum in there, or you can put like a 50 rounder, a 10 rounder, you know, whatever mag you so choose. And the ergonomics of this blaster is very comfortable. I do like it a lot. I like how it holds and it feels. And the sighting system on this thing, so it has a flip upside down up here, so it can be flipped down, or you can just leave it up. And it connects with these little hose pegs right here, which run through this carrying handle all the way back here. But since the sighting system is so low, you have to almost smack your face totally into the stock just to use the sights. But I actually never use the sights anyways, because I mean, there's no point since it's inaccurate anyways. So yeah, and this uses a dart pusher. Instead of the Hyperfire, the new Hyperfire uses a conveyor belt, so which is the fire rate is a lot more faster on the Hyperfire compared to the Rapidstrike, because it uses a conveyor belt instead of a dart pusher. So which is, let me show you guys right now. I'm checking the mag, and there is a dart pusher in there. As you can see, if I zoomed in very closely, that white piece right there is the dart pusher. So that basically pushes the dart into the flywheel, which launches the dart out. But since the dart pusher is continuing pushing, you know, completely, that's what makes it full auto. But it also makes it slower depending on if you have new batteries or not, and depending on the condition of your Rapidstrike. So that's pretty good to mention. And I love how it has the carrying handle up here, which, you know, you can carry the blaster. And it does have an access door up here, so clear out any trans malfunctions up there. And you know, the grip on this thing, and then the sling mount, I mean, the tactics. It has freaking rails everywhere. You have rails up here, one right here, 2 on like each side. It has 1 on the under. I mean, this thing is just holy tactics, Batman. And it even has an in-strike barrel up, so you can have even longer barrels if you so choose. So you can go sniper mode on a fully auto blaster, which is, I don't know, it's not necessary, but you know, if you're gonna be a sniper, you expect it to be a spring power or a bolt action, because you don't want to flywheel, because as soon as you rev it up, yeah, they're definitely gonna hear you. And you know, your past, you know, your human being that you want to take down, you know, as soon as they hear this, no, that ain't gonna work. So I would recommend going sniper status on this one. But yeah, the Rapidstrike, very, very lightweight. I mean, it's not heavy at all, and the stock also folds back with this little button right here. You know, you push it in, you collapse the stock. If you want to pull it out, you push that button in, then you pull it out. Pretty simple, giggity. But yeah, overall, Rapidstrike is my favorite full auto blaster. I mean, at the time it was pretty good, and it still is until this day. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the Hyperfire and see how that compares up to the Rapidstrike. So yeah. Alrighty, so 3 years later after the original Rapidstrike was released, the Hyperfire came out. So the Hyperfire is basically a new Rapidstrike, you know what I'm saying? But it works a little different. Like I was saying about the conveyor belt, you know, I was talking about the conveyor belt. I'm gonna show you guys right now. So you see that? See that black piece right there? That is the conveyor belt, which is right underneath the access door. So the access door is locked in by this this little switch right here. So you switch it back to open it, which is just like that. You open it, you shut it, you just shut it. Pretty simple. But this blaster comes with a 25 round drum instead of a 18 round mag, which is giggity. But yeah, I mean the drum, I mean it looks basic, you know, basically like any 25 rounder. And I'm gonna load it up with some darts in this, some short shot darts from Dart Zone. But yeah, because I hate elite darts since they're inaccurate. But yeah, I mean this blaster is lack of tactics. There's only one single rail up there, and there's no barrel attachment. There's not really anything else. I mean, with the Rapidstrike, I mean, you can have tactics anywhere you want. I mean, with this, yeah, you kind of lack. And the batteries are stored back here. So you open that battery tray, which is right here. Then you put in 4 D batteries instead of C batteries, which increases the cost of, you know, the blaster and all that stuff. And it also increases weight since it's back heavy. Like the ergo on this, like it's not very balanced at all. I'm not a fan of the Hyperfire's ergo. I mean, the grip is a thumb hole stock. You know, it's a thumb hole type of grip. I mean, it's just not my favorite, you know? And the rev trigger, I mean, it's okay, but I would say it's pretty uncomfortable. So yeah, I mean, and there's literally no sight. So you can't even aim with it. Well, why would you want to aim with this type of blaster anyway, since it's fully automatic? So yeah, I mean the magazine release is right inside, right next to the rev trigger. You push that in, you take out your drum, and taking the mag out and inserting it back in is pretty smooth, giggity. But yeah, overall, I mean, I like how it has like a cheek rest right here, so you can kind of do this. But I'm not a fan of the Hyperfire's overall ergonomics. I mean, it does have a faster fire rate, and it does perform a little better because it does have D batteries instead of C batteries. But it doesn't mean that it makes the Hyperfire totally better. I mean, like the Rapidstrike still like overperforms this thing any day. I mean, the ergos and everything, this thing sucks. But the fire rate, this thing may be better. But you know, faster fire rate doesn't mean always better. You know, you're looking for performance. Like faster fire rate, meaning that you're gonna dump your fully loaded mag way faster, and you know, you have to reload more often. So yeah, overall, the Hyperfire is very similar to the Rapidstrike since they're pretty much the Rapidstrike is like the older brother of the Hyperfire. So yeah, the Hyperfire is like the new cousin to the Rapidstrike. So you know what I'm saying? But overall, the Hyperfire, I mean, it's cool and all that, but yeah, I mean, compared to the Rapidstrike, it does not beat the Rapidstrike at all. So yeah, overall, I mean, it's pretty boring looking. There's nothing special about it. I mean, when you look at the Rapidstrike, it just looks awesome. I mean, you can mod it, you can put attachments on it because it has freaking like tactics everywhere. It has a lot of tac rails. But with this one, you're pretty limited on what you can do. I mean, you can mod it, basically, but there's almost no tactic. There's only one tactical rail. I mean, they couldn't put like a barrel attachment or, you know, just chop off this weird looking stock right here and just put a stock attachment point so we can put any stock we want, and put the battery somewhere in like the middle or front. So maybe in the middle, which is even better, so it'll be balanced. But this one is mostly back heavy, so it's really stressing your arm that is holding the blaster right here. So, you know, I think the ergonomics of the Hyperfire is weird, and overall, you know, just everything about it. I mean, the only reason people are gonna buy this is probably because of the drum, you know. The blaster is pretty much overall not that good compared to the Rapidstrike, but you know, now let's go to the firing test and see how the Rapidstrike and the Hyperfire both perform. So yeah, let's get to the firing test. All right, first starting off with the Rapidstrike. And now attempting some miscellaneous firing. Hyperfire. Now attempting some miscellaneous fire. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Hyperfire and the Rapidstrike both compared together. So, to be honest, like I'm pretty surprised with the firing test because the Hyperfire firing rate seems just a little bit slower than the Rapidstrike. I'm not sure if my Hyperfire is like, there's something wrong with it, but I don't know, man. It's pretty weird to think about it because some people's Hyperfire fire correctly. I bought mine brand new from Amazon, as you guys were seeing from the review. You guys haven't really checked it out, go check it out. But to be honest, like the firing from these both, I mean, I'm pretty surprised. The Rapidstrike seems to work a little bit smoother. The Hyperfire, obviously, when it's firing, it's a lot more quieter. The Rapidstrike is louder because it uses a dart pusher. This is a conveyor belt, so it just spins very smoothly. I mean, they're both pretty much the same thing, but I just highly debate these two, like on which one you should get. But obviously the answer is, pretty easy. So now to the question, which one do I recommend between the Hyperfire or the Rapidstrike? And if I would have to pick, I would have to pick the Rapidstrike because the Rapidstrike overall is better than the Hyperfire. You have a better sighting system, even though it sucks, you have to smack your face down, but at least it has sights. It has tack rails everywhere, so it's easy to mod because, the flywheel or the motors in there are very easy to mod with, very easy to work with compared to the Hyperfire. The ergos, the grip on this thing is amazing, and the magazine release overall is, better. So, a lot more easy, to mod, to work, to use. The Hyperfire is trying to be the faster version of the Rapidstrike, but they made the ergos pretty terrible on this. I mean, look at how small this grip is, and look at that thumbhole stock space. I mean, just like the feel of this blaster just makes me like I'm a 6-year-old, holding this blaster. I mean, probably a 6-year-old would even feel uncomfortable holding this blaster. So, yeah, Nerf, you had some problem with this, so. But you did a pretty good job with the Rapidstrike, so obviously I'll pick the Rapidstrike over the Hyperfire any day. I mean, it's better looking. It looks like a traditional rifle. This one is like, it's like a mix between a machine gun and pretty much an SMG. So, because of the 25-round drum. But yeah, overall, I mean, the Rapidstrike is just lighter. It takes C batteries, which is cheaper. It's way more balanced. The Hyperfire is, back heavy, so it makes it pretty uncomfortable to wield for a long time, especially if you're at Nerf War. So, yeah, and I like how it has a carrying handle, so you can actually carry the blaster. This, you have to hold it like this. It's going to be stressing your arm out from one of them D batteries, back heavy type of thing. So, yeah, overall, the Rapidstrike is solid. I mean, it's just better in almost every single way. To be honest, I mean, the Hyperfire just has, a faster fire rate, but, from my perspective, the Rapidstrike and the Hyperfire fire is almost the same thing. The Hyperfire is just a tad faster, so it's not really a difference. I mean, you can find these both anywhere now. Amazon, eBay, Mercari, any other thing. You can find them used for cheaper, which I do recommend if you're going to get the Hyperfire or the Rapidstrike. So, yeah, or you can just find them third thing. They're pretty much very common nowadays. But, yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison. I hope you guys enjoy, Thank you so much for watching this comparison video and all my other videos that I posted. And I am going on a trip in a few days. I am going to Tampa, Florida, so stay tuned for that trip, vlogger-esque type of thing. So, yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison between the Hyperfire and the Rapidstrike. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, do that YouTube stuff. And without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.